course. You're watching from your exercise bike. Hi there. Hi, Mary. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Very nice to have you with me back in my bedroom for a marvellous, magnificent makeover Monday. I hope you have had a very good weekend and are feeling refreshed and recharged, ready for the week ahead. Well, today, I was just saying to our friends on Instagram, I'm really excited because we have none other than the global pioneering beauty brand founder, that is Marcia Kilgore, an amazing woman, tour de force. She's going to be joining us live from the Tower of Power in Switzerland, talking about beauty pie, beauty trends, so much. We've got an amazing deal on Liz Loves. My team have worked really hard with the Beauty Pie team to give you £10 off your membership, and there's a special new membership scheme that Marcia is launching, which is such incredible value. I have to say, I think it's fantastic. I'm actually sitting here surrounded by Beauty Pie things, and I have to open my drawer and it's just jammed. This is one of my things, actually, the little favourite Super Cheek. In fact, I might just pop a little bit of lippy on before meeting Marcia. So we're going to be taking questions. I know that Marcia's team are standing by as well. Hi, Nikki. Hello, you are there, Marcia. Great. Well, let's crack on, shall we? So I will click to join. Now, apologies, you won't be able to see on Facebook or YouTube, but I will show the things that we talk about, and obviously you will be able to hear Marcia, all being well. So hopefully you will be there. Oh, just washed my hair this morning and just kind of let it dry naturally, so it needs a bit of a zhuzh this morning. Okay, so yeah, Beauty Pie, I have clicked on you. Hey!
Hello, how are you?
I
Good
am
Monday.
super.
I love this Monday lunch with Liz.
Yeah, why
we were
not?
At a restaurant. Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't it just? Where are you?
I am in my studio looking over Lac Le Mans, which is Lake Geneva.
Amazing.
It's a sunny day here, and it's fabulous. And I was supposed to go and visit one of our labs on Thursday, but they may have canceled on me, so I'm a little bit, upset.
Well, and your labs are just amazing. I think you've got the best job in the world because you just get to try everything that's new. And I mean, I only imagine what your bathroom shelves look like.
It's a bit of a debacle, actually, my bathroom shelves. I have bins of things that I try things, and most things get rejected, as you know, when you're doing product development, right, or testing things. You have this very high bar for what you think is a great product. Yeah. And then anything else that comes in has to be better. Yeah. And sometimes, there just isn't better. So we're always looking and trying, and then we weed out probably 99% of the things that we get, and then we add our own custom-made blends to the things that we do love. Sure.
It's just phenomenal. I mean, I see. I'm just going to move my curtain a little bit just to get a bit more light in. I have to take my hat off to you as somebody who's, walked that journey before, in a previous life, looking after one skincare brand. The breadth of Beauty Pie, what I love about it is you've got phenomenal colour, you've got amazing fragrances, I've got here my beautiful candle that's lit, the quality.
Oh, which one is that?
This
is it
one.
Frisia or is it Rev d'Ez?
It's Frisia.
That's Frisia.
Frisia.
It's so good. There's oak moss in there. Can you smell it?
It's just...
I'm
going to keep it going all day. And even things like these little wee silk hair scrunchies.
Aren't they great? Those are so expensive at retail.
They are. They're super expensive at retail.
And people lose them, and it's like you can't pay retail for something that just pops off your hair when you're not paying attention.
Love these.
So, yes, very
love the colour too,
us.
really kind of neutral. But I know, I'm just going to actually say to people, if you haven't already listened to the podcast, you and I recorded a podcast together. I mean, it must be,
ago.
I don't know, 2-3 years ago, more maybe. And if you want to listen to that, I think it's really great because you talk about your journey, you talk about how you started with Bliss Spas in New York. You went on to found FitFlop, the amazing footwear brand, Soap and Glory, Super Duper. I mean, you are just, I have to say, such a legend in the beauty world.
Oh, Thank you.
Because you've done it, and not only done it, but you've done it really successfully each time. You know, you haven't had a fail, and that is an extraordinary achievement.
Oh, I've had lots of fails. Come on.
Well, not public ones that I'm aware of. I have to say, everything that I've seen you do has been pretty pristine and perfect. But tell me the philosophy behind Beauty Pie, because I guess you've got a name for being a bit of a disruptor. Because this is different,
yes,
isn't it?
Especially after Beauty Pie, yes.
Yeah.
Beauty Pie is very different. I think it was the wonderful Annabelle Rivkin who described us as the enfant terrible of the beauty industry. So we're sort of like the bad girl in the beauty industry. As you know, and we all know, typically what happens is you develop your product and you end up with a beautiful product or something that you feel very confident in, and you develop it normally with a third-party lab, because not very many people own their own full manufacturing for every product that they have. And then by the time that product gets onto a retail shelf, because of what's needed just to pay for marketing and pay the retailer their cut and pay the middlemen their cut and pay the salespeople their cut and give away all the free samples and all of that, the price of that product, which may have left the lab costing $5, ends up being $50, sometimes $100. And so you get a very, very small fraction of what you pay for in the beauty industry. And that's pretty much true whether it's a mass market product or a luxury good product. And, I'm a real skincare junkie because I used to get facials. So when I was starting out, I did facials all day long. So I would really see what worked on people's skin and what had the best effects, and learned a tremendous amount about cosmetic ingredients. And I always loved the products that really had a lot of efficacy and really changed how people's skin looked. But, people can't afford them.
They're expensive. Yeah, they are.
Because the markup is so ridiculously high. And after, several years in the beauty industry, not really being able to control this, and very often finding amazing products or creating them and then finding out, well, it's too expensive. We have to value engineer it backwards, because otherwise we won't be able to make any money on it, and then it's not worth selling. Yeah. I just thought, this has got to stop. It's ridiculous. People shouldn't be paying. Customers should not be paying 10 times what a product actually costs to manufacture in order to get a high quality product. Yeah. And there's got to be a better way to do this. I didn't even want to go and buy retail skincare anymore. I knew, I found, when they say, what was that point, your aha moment? And my aha, I had two. One was when I was in the Hong Kong airport going off to China to work on FitFlop, actually, for a season. And I forgot my moisturizer, and it was winter time, and they don't heat the factories or the hotels until it gets really, really cold. So when you go, you're pretty much in, you've got your unique little puffer jacket, and you are cold all day and pretty much all night in the hotel. And I'd forgotten my moisturizer, so I went into a duty-free shop to buy a moisturizer from a trusted Asian brand, let's put it that way. It was $150, and I thought, forget it. I'm not paying $150 for this. I know it probably costs $5. And then I thought, well, God, if I won't pay it, why should anybody pay it, right? And that was one of those big moments where I just thought, And then another one was when I had been to one of my favorite labs, and I think it's almost everybody's favorite lab in Italy. They do a show every year, and they invite all of the brands. So all of the big brands that you probably buy from, we all go and we look at what the new technology and the new developments and the new products are from this third-party lab. And we can all choose from the same buffet of products, and then we would put our own packaging, our own brand name on them. And I remember leaving, and I was in the Milan train station going through to Switzerland to go to one of my favorite skincare labs, which I've been working with for a really long time. I had this bag full of products over my shoulder. And I remember just thinking, wow, I've probably got, $3,000 worth of street value cosmetics in here, because there was a Sephora, and I saw so many products in Sephora, exactly what I had in my bag, but retailing for, 30 times more than what the manufactured cost would be. And I remember thinking, this is so fun. I am so lucky that I get to do this. This is my job. I get to go and look for cosmetics and find the best ones. And I thought, God, I bet every woman I know would want to come here and do this with me, because it's so fun. Sure. And then I had this, the hair stands on your neck, all over your body, and you just think, how can I make it work? How can I make it happen that we can open the door, sort of like open the back door?
So
of
women
all of
can
the best
get
factories in the world.
all of this at the
for
cost
so
of it.
much
The
less.
cost price.
Well, it's a little more than cost because we have, some things built in the warehousing. And
Yeah, but the cost to send it. So
so much.
The cost to actually send it out. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. It's
So
a
not
fraction of
retail,
the
not
cost.
wholesale.
No, less than wholesale.
Less
which
than
people don't
wholesale.
necessarily understand at Beauty Pie. If we were to sell our products wholesale, they'd still be probably 2.5 times what you can get them for if you're a member. So it's been an absolute thrill for me because, especially during COVID, we were all locked down and people were getting their pink boxes and
I love my pink box.
Just,
I've got my pink box here. These beautiful pink boxes with pie written on them. Beauty Pie, I love it.
When they arrive on the doorstep, you just feel like you treated yourself, but you don't have to feel guilty because everything was a real steal.
Look at that.
Oh my God, you have a lot of stuff in there.
I do. We're going to talk through some of these things because we've got some of your new stuff, but I love it. All your pink tissue, and it is like, you see I'm wearing pink.
Yes,
this is in your honor. I went into.
I was thinking today.
I went into my wardrobe and I thought, what do I have that would most match Marcia's packaging?
Thank you, Liz. Well, I know you're a big fan. You're so great. I am such a fan of yours. If I can just say, you and your exercise regime, I don't know how you do it.
Well,
look at your hips.
No.
How are they so fit? Mine are not like that.
No.
And you also cook. And you also know a tremendous amount about skincare. And you're an amazing interviewer.
Thank you.
Have it all.
Well, yeah, we can be mutual fangirls here, I think. It's, but I mean, also Instagram only shows the good stuff. I mean, I'll take 50 grotty pictures of the workout.
Yeah, and then we just kind of...
Although I did actually yesterday, I did a run and I looked so dreadful after this. And I saw
it. And then you have this new treadmill from Technogym.
I do, and it's very good and I like it.
Yeah.
And I got off and I was just like this sweat ball and looking awful. And I thought, I'm just going to record this because that's real, isn't it? And then, today I put some makeup on, I've got a nice light. So, that's the balance, is the kind of the yin and the yang. And that's what I love about beauty is that, I write a lot about health and well-being, but beauty is the icing on the cake or the icing on the pie in this case.
Yeah. I like to think of it that way.
So you figured that you could make all these amazing things, cosmetics, fragrance, colour, skincare, all of this, candles even, for, pretty much
so much less
cost price. And so to do that, to make it a business, you have this membership. So you join Beauty Pie with a really affordable membership scheme that you pay.
And that helps us to pay our overheads and
you've got
We're now about 150 people.
Wow.
Which is enormous. A lot of us are still working from home, of course. And, we've got an office and that kind of stuff. So we need to run the club. And we also, because in order to get really good prices, right, you have to order 5, 10, 20,000 pieces of each item. So we need people to pay.
You're holding a lot of stock because you're
holding,
wow, your cash flow. I wouldn't
stock.
like to see your cash flow because that's scary numbers. I've worked with numbers like that, and it's when it's your business and it's your name on the line, and you're having to underwrite that. That's quite a responsibility.
Yeah, it is, but I just thought I have to do it. I had this thought. Well, at first I thought, oh my God, everyone in the beauty industry is going to want to kill me for doing this.
I was going to say, are you very unpopular in the beauty industry?
Nobody says.
Dare you show your face at beauty summits?
I've shown my face at a few beauty summits, and I do get a few. You never know if you're imagining the mean looks.
But I think there's room for everybody. To be honest, I think there is room for everybody. There's room for high end and the designer names and the ability that they bring, their artistic flair and whatever that they're bringing to products, or their specialist research that's in house. And then there's room for masstige, the mixture between mass market and prestige. There's room for low cost, high street. But what I love about you is that you're low cost but high end quality.
That's what I wanted to do because you know what? I want people to be able to get the very best stuff and not feel guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we should be able to treat ourselves. We should be able to just, make make a purchase once in a while and really get the highest quality skincare with the best effectiveness, and not worry about, oh, I can only use a tiny little bit of this because
you want to be able
it's so
to use
expensive
it
every time I
and
put
you
it
know,
on.
as a mum, my two girls, you know, they operate on low budgets. You know, Lily's currently not able to work so much, and Brella's a student, so for them to have Beauty Pie membership, and I gave it to both of them actually because they were using mine. And now they have their own, which is great. Tell us about the new scheme, and you've given us a Liz Loves code, which is amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So we, up until this point, were smaller. And as you know, as you were just talking about before, inventory is, you know, heavy in terms of cash flow.
Yeah.
And we had to make sure that everyone got enough value for their membership, because our goal is to get everybody as much value as possible. But we really also wanted people to be able to shop quite freely. But if they shop too freely, then people would buy everything in 1 month and then not continue, and then we wouldn't have enough to operate the club on. So we had to kind of limit how much each member bought each month.
Right.
So we had monthly limits, and we also had to learn a little bit about, well, what would people really buy, and what do they just buy a little bit of, and then what do they buy every month? You know, are people buying 6 shower gels at a time just because they want to fill up their whole house and every teenager's bathroom? Are they buying just for themselves? Are they buying for their family?
Yeah.
We had to learn all of this, and it takes a really long time to see what those patterns are like. And now that we're big enough, you reach a critical mass, which took us a few years, but we finally reached that critical mass where we know what people generally buy. And we know how often they will get refills, and we know about how much they'll buy if we let them shop a little bit extra. You know, there's no real crazy swings and ups and downs. And so we decided that it was time to launch what we call Beauty Pie Plus. But if you're coming in as a new member, it's just a membership, because it's the only one that we're offering now, although we do still offer a monthly intro. But most people just go straight to Beauty Pie Plus. And you just pay £59 a year. You only pay $49 if you type in Liz
so people are asking here what the Liz Loves. So Liz Loves, you know, is the usual code. Liz Loves, all one word in capitals. That gets you £10 off this amazing membership. So instead of $59, it's $49 for the whole year. Yeah. And then is there a limit?
And then you can just shop for whatever you want.
You can buy as much as you want.
There's an annual limit, but it's not a monthly limit. And the annual limit is now 3 times as high as it used to be. Wow. So if you
can buy a lot of stuff.
You can buy for, and you know, your kids, you probably could buy for too. But I think the one thing that we realized also was that so many people wanted to buy gifts for friends. And
sure. Christmas coming up. Christmas, my girls, they literally, they buy, I mean, they would buy things like this. This I absolutely love. Your new compact here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at that. It's so beautifully done.
Beautiful, yeah.
With the little names embossed actually
telling
into
you
the
where
powders.
To put what. Yeah.
And, you know, for them to give this to their girlfriends, and it's so special and so premium, they go, oh, that's amazing. But, of course, it hasn't cost them a fortune to do that.
No.
I'm getting questions here, Marcia. What happens if you're an existing customer? Because I know a lot of my team are already joined up to Beauty Pie.
Yes. So if you're an existing customer, you should just log in. We've sent, and it's funny, we've sent probably 5 or 6 emails to our existing customers already, but I don't think people are in the mood to read at the moment. Just go in.
I got mine, and I have to say I didn't read it thoroughly.
No one's reading it. And then we have a lot of people going, this is too good to be true. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not too good to be true. This is what we finally all together as a community managed to send enough friends, get big enough that now we can shop without this monthly limit. So all you have to do is log in and follow the orange things and just hit switch. If you are already on a higher membership, you actually may get a refund. All of your existing limit, if you haven't spent it because you were saving up for something, will roll over onto your new one. That's what we outlined in all those long emails that nobody read. And then people are like, I can't understand. It's like, that's because it's incredibly complicated. I mean, it took us months and months and months to figure out how to switch everybody over automatically and do all the programming. But you just go in and you literally like follow the
You can
the
just
orange banners.
upgrade it to this. Brilliant.
Yes.
And for anybody out there that is not a member, where have you been hiding?
I mean, my God, it's just so good. It's so
really
good.
is. Now, I want to talk through some of the skincare, because what I love about your skincare range is you can get different. You can get the range that comes from Japan. You're using Swiss Labs. I mean, I think my regular audience here will know that I'm a big fan of your retinols. Yeah, you've got that too. Okay, super retinol. I would love to just use it head to toe, and in fact I do actually use it on my hands. I also use the retinol hand cream. It is, I don't know what strength it is, because it's got encapsulated retinol with hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
So is this one of your best sellers, would you say?
It is. Our retinol is really fantastic because we use that. It's a microencapsulated retinol. And actually, right now we have 3 retinol products. One is the starter serum, the ceramide serum. And if you haven't used retinol before, if you have sensitive skin, there's a lot of sensitive skin in the UK.
Sure.
And so if you have sensitive skin, you're worried about starting retinol because you think you're going to get red or you think you're going to have irritation. You absolutely will not with this. It's a very, very gentle serum, but still very effective. You want to use it in the evening. And Dr. Marcia, I don't know if you've seen any of our stuff lately with Dr. Marcia, who is a world-renowned, he's quite a legendary dermatologist and also quite funny. So he's done a challenge for all the Beauty Pie members, which is called the ABC SPF Challenge, A being retinol.
Really?
And so
vitamin A, retinol.
Vitamin A is retinol. Vitamin B is niacinamide. Vitamin C is, of course,
Vitamin
the C.
C.
And then there's the SPF. So he says that everyone, right, to take this challenge 42 days in a row, we actually have a wall chart you can print out and mark off your days. But 42 days in a row in the morning, it works. You have to see it, don't you? And it's like, oh, I'm not going to miss that day because I'm doing so well. But you use your niacinamide, your vitamin C in the morning, and then your moisturizer and SPF is a must, right? We all know that because it's UV damage that is the most aging thing on your skin. And then in the evening, the retinol. And if you're starting out, use the ceramide one. If you've kind of gone through the ceramide one, you think I can use a little bit more, you could actually use the ceramide one under the retinol moisturizer.
You
and
can
you
layer
those two.
Yeah.
And it builds up how much retinol you have on your skin at the same time. And then if that gets too easy for you and you want to like really go gung-ho, you can then go into the high boost, the high, oh my God, high dose booster. Excuse me. Right. Yes. And that's, it's probably twice as strong. But it's,
really? So
but
you just
again,
work up to it. So
irritating.
with retinol, you need to kind of condition your skin, don't you? Start low, start with the gentle one that you talked about, and then go up to the stronger ones. But it really is a game changer in terms of smoothing older skin. You know, I started using retinols probably about, I don't know, 5 years ago maybe. And I mean, at the beginning, my skin was a little bit sensitive, a little bit dry, a little bit flaky. And then just gradually, I use more moisturizer during the day. But now, I'm using, I use super retinol. And then sometimes I'll boost it up with, a prescription product as well. These I love. Awesome Bronze.
The tanning drops.
Those
are so great.
Game changer.
So amazing.
So
yes.
whatever
they just give you a little bit of a glow, right?
Just 1 or 2 drops in your moisturizer or your serum or whatever, or you can use them in your body cream. And it just gets rid of that kind of pallor that, well, I personally really suffer from as we move into the winter, and it'll get worse as we don't get any sunshine. And this says Sun-Kissed Glow Self-Tanning Drops. Again, with hyaluronic acid, so they're not going to dry the skin. They don't smell bad. They smell really nice with red seaweed extract.
Yes, for firming. Right? We always think that even if you're going to be doing something that's a little bit cosmetic, like a self-tanner, we like to put the skincare actives in there at really high levels so that you feel also the treatment of it. And I like to put those on, and I certainly don't look like I've used self-tanner anytime recently because I'm trying so many new things all the time. I try not to mix and match. I'm working 18 months ahead. So once we've launched something, I was trying that 2 years ago, but it just launched this last summer, and it's amazing just for keeping your summer glow into that winter, because just a slight, like you've been away for the weekend kind of tan. And if you want to use that, so some people will find that if they mix, if you want a little bit of a darker payoff from that, you want to put it directly onto your skin after exfoliating.
Nice.
And I would suggest Wonder Scrub. I don't know if you've tried Wonder Scrub, but Wonder Scrub is the most brilliant and gentle exfoliator.
Okay.
And you can use that first, and it eats away any dead cells. You know how enzymes will actually digest your dead cells, and also scrubs. And then you rinse it, and you put on a few of those self-tanning drops. They're actually quite moisturizing because of that hyaluronic acid. And you could fall asleep in them like that, and when you wake up, have a really beautiful glow. So if you want a really strong a stronger sun-kissed glow, you use them straight. And if you want to just try and mix it into your moisturizer, you can do that too.
You are clearly a big fan of hyaluronic acid. Is that from your background as a facialist?
Yeah, you know what? I find that we all just dehydrate so easily. So hyaluronic acid and ceramides are so great for the skin. First, to get moisture pulled into the skin so that it looks plumper. And your skin will look younger when light bounces off of it, right? That's why if you sit in front of a bright light,
That's why I have my light. Yep.
I unfortunately don't have mine today, but
well, you look pretty glowing to me. She looks really glowing. Yeah.
I think I probably have some kind of Vaseline over the lens of my phone. But if your skin is well hydrated, of course, the light bounces off of it. And so no matter how much water we drink, sometimes it doesn't make it to the surface of the skin. So the most important thing to do is put a serum on that will pull moisture in from the environment, which is hyaluronic acid. And then to use ceramides, which are in your favorite retinol serum, but also we have a ceramide capsule that you... Oh, is that it?
Nope, this is not the capsule. This, I want you to explain this to me. This is triple hyaluronic acid miracle cream, it says, in this pretty pink.
Have you tried
I have tried it, and I love it. I love it. I've actually got one in my studios, so this is my second pot.
The texture of it is so insanely great.
It's like velvet.
You need the
it's
tiniest
like
amount,
putting...
and you can almost, do your entire arm with like one little bit. Isn't it incredible? It just breaks and it goes everywhere. Yeah.
It's no fragrance.
So that one's made in Japan. No fragrance. Yeah. It's made in Japan because, again, often we'll have an idea for a product. And our triple hyaluronic acid serum is a favorite of Jess at Vogue. And it's one of our best-selling products. Jess is the best. Yeah. And so we thought, you know what? People love that product so much. It has 3 different weights of hyaluronic acid, so it sinks into different layers of your skin.
So that's why it's called triple, yeah? Because you've got the 3 different weights. Okay.
The 3 different weights.
That's it. That's this one.
So we thought we would go out to our labs and to our favorite skincare labs, and see who could make us the very best triple hyaluronic acid moisture cream. And the one that came back from the lab in Japan that we work with, it was just extraordinary in terms of their textures and their technology.
Amazing.
They were just, it was sort of above and beyond. So we added we had the triple high, and then we added a few other very active ingredients to make it even more anti-aging while it was moisturizing, because we always want things to be double, triple, quadruple tasking, and came back with that, and it's also a massive hit.
And for the winter, as we move into the winter,
it's so important
with the central heating going on and the cold winds and everything, this is just so comforting, and just it's going to give your skin that plumpness that will catch the light. And then the other range.
A follower of yours called the Devon Creator is asking if it's instead of retinol, and I would say no. You put your retinol on first. Yeah, you put your retinol on first, and that's your regenerator, and then you put your triple hyaluronic acid cream or any of the other creams, whatever suits your skin type, on top.
Because the one also that is a really nice range. Talk to us about Jeju. Jeju Daily. So what is Jeju Daily all about?
Jeju is also, this is the thing. They're all my favorite. Somebody asked the other day, which one's your favorite? And it's like, well, Beauty Pie, every product is my favorite. That's
you can't, but what's your favorite child? It's like, you can't answer that question, can you? You love them all. But this is great, this moisture shot. Yes, and it says it has super stem cell.
Yes,
so is that plant-based?
Plant-based, and peptide-based. And it helps to, let's just say in layman's terms, re-energize your skin, right? Okay. But it smells incredible.
It smells amazing.
The moisture and the plumping is just extraordinary. And then you had the cream, I think, in your other hand, which is also one of the sort of iconic products for us.
This is amazing. So somebody here, Josh Booth here has commented, I cannot be without the Jeju serum. I've had 10 bottles of it so far. And of course, guys can use this stuff too.
Josh's birthday. I have a feeling it's Josh's birthday. I think he said it was his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Josh. Yes, of course guys can use it too.
Yeah, I have a friend who's never used skincare, and he's in his 60s, and I gave him some serum, and he was like, oh my goodness, my skin is so much better. I'm thinking, it's never too late to make a difference, and we want, guys to have nice, smooth, healthy, plump, fresh-looking skin, which feels more comfortable, it shaves more easily, and
absolutely,
they feel good because they're looking good. And then you've got the Jeju Daily,
which is unbelievable. Now it says daily, but actually it's a day and a night cream.
Okay.
And mostly any of our moisturizers. You can use them day or night, and it depends on your skin type, right? So there are a lot of different options. You can also mix and match.
This is quite firm, this one, look.
It's incredible.
If you like a real kind of balmy cream.
That cream, when you put it on,
look at this is
in
really
the evening
rich.
and you wake up, your skin is like butter. Someone's asking also about teenage boy skin. Teenage boy, grab Dr. Glycolic, grab the Fantastic Micro Peeling Super Drops, grab Super Healthy Skin Moisture Lotion, and maybe also the foamy face wash.
Okay.
We actually just did a blog post about teenage boy skin.
Yeah, that is really.
I have teenage boy skin.
That's really interesting because Kit, who's just gone off to uni, he literally messaged me this morning, and he'd gone off with some retinol products that he's been using for his skin. Bless him. And he just said, "Can you get me more of this?" So I messaged him back saying, "Yeah, sure, honey. I'll get you some more of this if you eat some broccoli today," because he seriously. And not only tell me, but send me a picture of it. Okay? Yeah. Not that I don't trust you, but I need the evidence. You know, literally perhaps with a newspaper from today's date beside it. Yes. So it's not like some kind of archive picture. I messaged him over the weekend. I said, "Have you eaten anything green recently?" And there was this silence. And then eventually he came back saying, "Pesto?" It's like, pesto that's really not really doing it, you know.
There's a bit of basil, but no, it really isn't.
So I'm going to trade him. I'm going to trade him boy skincare for broccoli. I think that's a good trade.
I think it's a pretty good trade. And you know what? A lot of people don't realize that if you leave, I get so many people who will DM me and say, "I have this problem around my hairline, or I have this problem, chronic acne around sort of here and here." Yeah, and my first question is, do you leave any conditioner in your hair during the day? Do you put oils in overnight? Do you wash your hair often enough? Because people don't realize that a lot of what happens if you're clogging up here, and this is a lot of teenagers, right?
Up here,
it's
especially
all here.
With the fringe, the hair coming down.
And they don't wash their fringe often enough, or they put a lot of styling products in it. And then it just clogs up the follicles and the pores there, so they don't breathe, and then you get anaerobic bacteria building up, and that's when you get pimples. So what you want to do, that's why I love those Dr. Glycolic pads or the Fantastic Micro Peeling Super Drops.
It just takes it off here.
It just takes it off, it kills a little bit of the bacteria, and then you don't have it building up as
Great. Go and have a look at the website.
Get the breakouts.
And the great thing about this is if you are buying for people in your family or getting them their own membership, it's low cost. So, I can give this to my student kids who, are operating on a serious budget. I don't want them to have to choose between their skin and the food that they're going to be eating. Yeah. And know that they get good quality, really good quality that they can actually afford.
Yeah. Isn't it great? Yeah. You can just stock your house.
I just love it.
Give it to your friends for Christmas.
And then these are just so nice. Chic. These are new. Newish, aren't they? Your fragrances.
Newish, the perfumes. Yes. I also have a little. Look, this is a new one that I'm testing. As you can see, you know this. What a lab sample.
I love lab samples. So this one I love. This is one of my favorites actually. Mandarin leaf, white cedar, and freesia.
I love that one too. Actually,
and because it's low cost, you can just be generous with it. Oh, you've got yours there as well.
Well, this one is the lab sample of the mandarin leaf.
Is it really?
But it's a mini. I love it. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
But these bottles are really good quality. It's like
they're beautiful. Well, it's a high quality perfume from Grasse.
From Grasse, I can see it says made in France. I know that the people down in Grasse that do all of this, and they use real essential oils and they're creating for the big guys. You must have been using a lot of oils in your range when you were creating your own products. Yeah, I used to love going down there and working with the perfumers and seeing all the samples, and they were literally making for all the top French fragrance houses.
Yes, it is like a dream, I have to say. It's really wonderful, and I want to try next time I go to a lab or I'll bring you, Liz. Let's go.
Yes, girls trip. Oh my goodness!
Can you imagine? It'll open up, and then we could just do a little girls trip down to Grasse and check out the fragrance and the candle factory.
That would be amazing.
And then do your
candles
on the hill.
Oh, please, La Mascondile or somewhere. Do they come from France, or do you?
They're all at the moment, all of those are also made in a candle manufacturer in Grasse, or just outside of Grasse in Aix, I think.
Is just lovely.
So chic, so beautiful.
Just like you, Marcia. The design is so chic. Look at this.
We are all chic. We deserve chic.
Some are chicer than
deserve
others.
It, don't you think? I mean, we deserve to have like beautiful things, and they shouldn't cost so much. I just think it's, women are such supporters of the beauty industry, right? And then you just look at the crazy market. I don't think there's another industry where things are marked up quite so much. Maybe jewelry. Maybe people pay, but it's worth it if you get something that you really, really love.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. You know, I mean, we are actually talking about skin health as well.
Yes,
you know, I think that's
absolutely.
the thing, talking about issues that can just damage self-esteem and, you know, go on and cause more problems or skin scarring, particularly with things like acne and breakouts.
Yeah.
Before we go,
prevention is so important.
Can we talk about colour?
Yeah.
And I noticed that your colours are made in Italy, and the Italians are the best in the world, aren't they, at making things like pressed powders, particularly?
And the German, I hate to, we're trying not to just stereotype, but the Germans are also incredible at pencils.
Are they? Okay.
Yes.
Your pencils, I love. I don't know if I've got any here, actually, but I think I've got them on the other side of my bedroom. Your pencils, I adore, because they are super soft and creamy. So they go on without pulling at all. The eyeliner, there's one called Espresso.
And then they really last.
And they really last.
Yeah. I love Espresso.
Espresso, it's like that dark, chocolatey, browny black. Honestly, look for the
Espresso. Which you can put in between your eyelashes, and it makes your eyelashes look very thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really, I must have bought about 5 of those pencils, because I have them everywhere. I have them in my bag, I have them in London, I have them here. You know, I just want to...
And why run out?
Yeah, I never want to run out.
It's very irritating when you run out.
They're talking about being irritating when you run out. You are obviously developing new things all the time, and you have a big inventory. How do you decide when to drop something? Because that is always a big decision, isn't it? Or do you just keep everything going?
We can't. That's a really great question. It's a really great question. It's so hard because we love everything, but obviously, people... We're all the same. We're always looking for something new. I don't know about you. I am. Right? So,
well, especially with skincare, because things evolve and there's new innovation that you want to use.
Yeah, and you always think, maybe there's something that'll make me even dewier, or maybe it'll even more lifting, right? Come on, we're always looking for the pot of gold or the miracle thing. Yeah. So we always make sure that we have a lot of scientific backing for every product that we've got, but we also are kind of, one level below, working directly with the factories. We're also suckers for like a new technology that we know is going to be really great, and they'll present us with beautiful textures or a new ingredient that they found that has clinical research that says at 4% it does X, Y, and Z, and we want to try it. So that's our job as the product developers at Beauty Pie, to just go out and find everything that's going on with those best scientists and those best labs, and then make things that people are going to love. And normally we'll keep something in stock unless it sort of drops to the bottom of the most wanted list. But the funny thing is that because we have new members joining all the time, new members might suddenly bring something up, and suddenly it turns into one of the most popular products. Yeah. So just as we're about to let something go, we had, for instance, a perfume about 2 years ago when we were quite small, called Red Apple, Peony, and now I can't even remember the name.
I remember the one with peony. Yeah.
It was so beautiful, but we were very small at the time, right? So we didn't actually sell that much fragrance, and people had a monthly limit, so they couldn't necessarily get all of their skincare and the fragrance at the same time. So we discontinued it after we sold through a couple of batches. Because again, you want to get a really good price for everyone. Yeah. This is a fragrance that would normally cost £150 at retail. We were able to sell it for less than 20 for this giant bottle, but we couldn't sit on 10,000 times 20 pounds in a warehouse for a really long period of time. But now people have run out of it, and they're saying, "Where is it?" Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is bring back some of those sort of early hits.
Great.
And now that we're larger, and then people can stock up because they're on Plus. they don't have to worry about
There's
do
no
I have a
limit.
limit. So if you see something you love, you can just buy 6 of them and throw them in the fridge and, keep them forever or for a really long time, so you don't have to worry so much.
Yeah.
But it has been that balancing act for the first few years, just trying to get it right. And
well, it always is. As a startup, it's a juggle. And you find your way, and you have to make it work. From a business point of view. Otherwise, you go under, and then that doesn't work for anybody.
Doesn't help anybody. So, no, and I don't know if any of our customers want to go back to paying, full retail.
No, it's really hard. You make it really hard because, you get addicted to using something like retinol and a really good quality cream or with a really good texture. And then, you go into a store and you suddenly go, how much? Even basic things like mascaras. I went in to buy a mascara, which, I do like from a well-known brand, and it was like £24.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go to Beauty
with
Pie.
Inflation,
I'm going to get one
Inflation is also crazy at the moment, right? I'm sure you've read, everywhere, it's very tough. Every part of the supply chain has now sort of gone up, whether it's the shipping part or the COVID, everybody, having to be in, some type of protective gear, even when they're manufacturing, right? All of these costs that are going up. And all of those costs, when you multiply them by 10 in normal retail, it's very, much more expensive. So you will see just your everyday items that are the things that you would normally go to a drugstore starting to get really, really expensive. Gosh. So we're trying to do everything that we can to keep it all very affordable. And I think 6-packs are going to be big for us. Just if you can buy 6 mascaras for the price of one.
For the price of one retail one. Why would you not? And share it with friends or just keep it just so that you've got it. This palette I love. Is this a new one? I know there were some comments about it.
The One Palette Wonder.
Yeah, One Palette Wonder.
That for the summer. It came in the summer. We have a new. I know there's a brand new eyeshadow. Oops, I shouldn't be talking about this, but there's a brand new eyeshadow palette also coming in for Christmas.
Nice.
So if you join using Liz Loves, and you grab this palette, there will be more palettes to come as well.
I love your palettes. I have my drawer here is full of palettes. This one, this is the Beauty Pie palette.
Oh, is that the one with
this is Best Matte.
I love that one, but I don't know if it's in anymore.
No, I have about 4 of these.
I use it all the time. Yeah.
Your palettes are such good value. The quality, it just goes on. I'm looking to see what else I've got in here. I love this Golden Whirl. It's a luminizer.
Oh, the little see, now that's one of those ones that actually we had, and we have now got it in a wand. And people are now asking for that version because it's sold out. So we may have to bring that one
I'm
back.
just literally, this is to prove what a fan I am. These are my little sticks, my little eye sticks.
Oh, your Wonder Color. Yep, that one is it?
This one is, what color is this? It's like a charcoal. It's called
gray,
Black Matter.
Oh, yes.
It's really good. If I want like a really smoky, sexy eye, that if I want to be that rock chick, yes, really.
Yes. Yes, on your rock chick days.
And Moonlighting Balm, that was another high.
Oh my God, I love that one. We have a new one. So there's a couple of additional highlighters that also have come in. So.
Uber Boost Volume Mascara.
Excellent.
Love that. Use that all the time. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. Literally, it is just like here. Oh, this is the pencil. Is this the pencil I was talking about? No, it's not the pencil.
You mean your espresso?
The espresso.
I have espresso around. Oh my God, Liz, have you tried Rummy Pink Lip Liner?
No, Rummy Pink.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Okay, show me. It's
it's sort of the, hang on one second, sorry. I'm doing, because I buy these 6 at a time because I never want to run out. And I kind of use them, under everything. So it's just the ultimate kind of nude. Oops, hang on.
Oh, yeah.
It's
so
sort
it's
of
just like a lovely soft
pink.
pinky, little bit like this, but not quite as sort of baby pink.
Yeah,
it's called Rummy Pink.
Rummy Pink. It's got just a little bit of brown in it. It shapes the lips perfectly. It stays on like.
Nice.
And yes, someone's asking, Nina. Yes, there's a brown mascara.
Yeah, the brown one is good.
I can't remember if it's called espresso or just dark brown. Lots of people like
this one. I
brown
think
mascara.
I think mine is brown actually, and it's called. Oh no, this is a black one. I have got a brown one. I think I've got a brown one in London. But, okay, how do we join? People are saying you literally go beautypie.com.
Yep, and then you just shop.
You just sign up and shop.
But when you hit the Join Beauty Pie button, make sure that you put Liz Loves in the code box
to get your discount.
And that'll get you a 10. Yeah, but this is for new members only. Most of our existing members joined using a code when they joined. Yeah. Existing members, if you are watching, just remember there's a giant treasure hunt coming up for Black Friday. If you switch to Plus, you're going to triple all of the allowance that you've got for nothing.
Fantastic.
So it's like a big gift for everybody.
It's a good gift.
And we have wild card days. We have bonus days that we do for existing members. So the new code is just for people who haven't joined up before. Yeah. And Liz finagled it out of us.
I did. Thank you. Well, I'm always talking about you guys, and you know it is genuine. You know, I don't do a Liz Loves. You know, I think my you know hopefully my team know, and hopefully everybody watching knows. If I don't love it, it's not a Liz Loves. You know, and we don't have a kind of Liz quite likes. It's, you know, it's kind of Liz Loves or it's nothing. So, you know, so that's why I don't talk about very many brands, but the ones that I do are the ones that are genuine to me. You can see my dressing table is full of your stuff. I bought your stuff for years. As I say, I'm a huge personal admirer of everything that you do. And I trust you, you know.
Who is such a legend, that is big.
Wow.
Come on, you're a huge legend. Especially come on, in skincare. Come on, you know your stuff.
I mean, I've been out of the game for a while, and so that, you know, for me, using things like retinol on my skin is relatively new because I never had that option. You know, when I was part of the beauty company, it was not really around. We didn't really do it, and obviously, as I've got older, you know, I'm now, you know, late 50s, wanting to hang on to the glow. For me, total game changer. Well, thanks to you, honey.
It is.
Triple hyaluronic acid. Cream.
I think you've got some good genetics going on as well. I mean,
you have to choose your parents really carefully.
Yes.
You know,
and wear a lot of sunscreen.
Wear a lot of sunscreen. Look after your gut.
Retinol. Yep.
Gut health.
Gut.
Drink
your
kefir.
Your gut book is so good. Yes, kefir. And also your menopause book is so good.
Estrogen. Estrogen is like, you know, so it is. It's a rounded thing. It's not just one thing, but as you know, as I said to you, the icing on the cake. Let's sort out our health and well-being, and let's treat ourselves without feeling guilty because it's not costing the earth.
Well, I think you're just an incredible role model for all of us.
Well, ditto.
I feel like I need to order a treadmill from Techno Gym.
Well, yeah, they should pay me, hey, because that was a good buy. It was a good buy. And you know, the funny story, I had to wait ages for it because I think they went out of stock because of lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
And eventually they said, well, we're going to come. I think it was about a week ago. And then I got a call from the guys saying, our lorry is too big. We can't make it down the lane. We're going to have to go back to the depot. And I was like, what?
No.
I said, where are you? And they said, we're literally at the top of the hill. I said, I am coming. I said, do not leave. Do not go.
Or what? How did you...
So I've got a really old 4x4 pickup.
Okay.
So I put the seats flat and I said, listen, I'm sure we can squash it in there. So there was this lorry. Luckily, they weren't blocking the road because there was another way around for, you know, people who live near me. But we managed to, you know, move it into the back of my pickup. And then I brought them back to my house. They went off and moved the lorry, parked it up, and then came back. And, I mean, they were just great. But there was no way that I was going to let them leave.
No way.
Without delivering.
You waited that long for it.
They put it in this huge, great lorry, which is...
to get really cold. And you got to... I mean, you're on such a fitness kick. I saw you doing the Chariots of Fire.
My run.
Oh, my God.
But you know, we all look good in slow-mo. That was... Yeah, you see, we can all do that. You just...
No, but nothing was even bouncing. I watched it several times. And I was looking, I was like, look at this. You know, nothing even moved. It was just all muscle.
Well, it's taken a while. It was only a short run, I have to tell you. I did not run the length of that beach.
Okay, well then maybe.
Darling, I'm going to have to let you go. I could literally sit and chat all day. I'd love to hear.
Next time I'm in London, I'll take you out for dinner. I would love that.
Let's do that, and let's plan a grass trip. I want to know when you're going.
Yes, as soon as everything kind of opens
when it all
back
calms
up.
down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't know if they're letting us in quite yet, right? To factories.
Yeah, France is being really tricky, aren't they? Yeah. So we're gonna have to...
I guess better safe than sorry. We can wait.
Okay.
We can wait. Dream about going and putting wax into candle jars.
Yeah,
sniffing,
we can.
sniffing things out of barrels in a beautiful,
Lovely.
essential oil facility. But thank you so much for having me, and thank you for all your support for Beauty Pie.
No, well, thank you.
Just remind everybody to type Liz Loves in when they join,
Yeah,
so
well,
that
thank
they
you
can
for
get
that.
their discount. Oh, what a pleasure!
I'll remind everyone. I'll make sure that my team are all over it because we don't want anyone to miss out on that.
And please do a couple of laps around the field for me.
Okay, I'm a bit worn out actually from yesterday, but yes, I will, Marcia. Tomorrow is the day. Oh, take care. Okay. Thank you. Hope to see you in real life soon. Bye.
Me too.
Bye.
Ciao.
So you're going to have to click off me. Wasn't that fun? I'm sorry you couldn't get to see Marcia, but I hope that you just get an impression of that amazing, infectious professionalism and that ball of fire that is Marcia Kilgore, and just so much fun. And what I love about this, particularly when I do the Makeover Mondays, is to see the founders and to hear from them, from absolutely the horse's mouth to actually hear, and just to get an idea of who these people are and the struggles. It's never easy building businesses, but when you build something that's so good, and she has been disruptive with that. So the way it works, in case you missed it, is it's a membership club. So if you want to buy things at cost price, then you join the membership scheme, and they've now redone it because they've got bigger, so it's better value than ever. It's £59 for the whole year to buy whatever you like, pretty much at cost price. And you can buy multiples, as Marcia was saying. You can go and buy 6 at a time of things, if you really want to be sure that you've got them, or you're buying for Christmas presents or whatever. So it's normally £59, but if you use the Liz Loves, all one word, all in capitals, that will get you £10 off. So it goes down to just £49 for the entire year. So, and a great gift, actually. I mean, why not give somebody the gift of a Beauty Pie subscription? Because then they can go and buy all their stuff at cost. That's what I did for my girls. Anyway, I am energized now. Honestly, I have to say, my hands feel so soft. I have layered on, this is Velvety Smooth Triple Hyaluronic Acid Cream with the Jeju Daily. Josh, I think, were you saying that's your favourite? Super Stem Cell Moisture Shot Serum. Is that the one that you've bought like 10 of? Love these. And these things are super expensive when you go into department stores. Anyway, so that is it. So just left to tell you today, my team have asked me to put out a little alert, low stock alert for us, for the Liz Earle jewellery. I know many of you are hoovering up the Ivy range. There is just a few left in the rose gold if you would like those. My favourite little hoopy earrings that you just slot into your ears. So these are the rose gold and also the matching pendant. You don't need a code for that. They are already at 25% off, but they are selling quickly, not too many left. Also, just a few left of the Life Armour drops. Okay, I talked about these last week. Life Armour drops of vitality. So these are the ones with those really important vitamins in, B6, B12. And if you want to take out a subscription or give a gift subscription of Liz Earle Wellbeing magazine, then you get your free Life Armour drops. They're normally £22. And if you just want to stock up on Life Armour, there is also a Liz Loves code just to, that gets you 15% off everything at Life Armour. And I am going to be going back on shortly and buying some more slumber drops, because they are the ones that I have literally in my bedside drawer. I always have slumber drops to help me sleep. So we also have the Studio 10 article. So another great female founder, Grace. I've had her here as a guest on my IGTV lives before, here on Makeover Mondays. There is a really good article actually online. I think maybe Lainey, you can pop up a link to it on Facebook. I'll make sure that we have a link in the bio link tree for Instagram. And that is on pro-aging. Okay, it's beauty advice, pro-aging, and she is great. We do also have the Studio 10 discount, which is 20% off all full-priced items, and that is Studio 10. And the pro-aging article, I think, is really good. It's not anti-aging, We're not anti-aging, we're pro-aging, but we're pro-aging well. You know, aging is a gift. Aging is a privilege that is denied to many, unfortunately. So I think as we age, we should celebrate it, but just age in the best way. So that's why we've written this pro-aging feature with Grace. So that is it for today. I will be back live on Wednesday, doing another IGTV live, and that is going to be from my studios, and we're talking about hair. There's been lots of chat, particularly about menopausal hair, thinning hair, fine hair, hair loss, how to get bouncy, shiny hair, and I'm going to be joined by one of my great friends from Percy and Reed, Jenny, and she and I go back a long way. So we had a lovely chat. Do you remember when I was chatting to Jenny before, Jenny Sharp? So yeah, she's going to be back with me on Wednesday. Also, talking about pro-aging, you may have seen, if you follow Lily on her Instagram for Cell Return with her lovely masks, amazing write-up in the new issue of Good Housekeeping. If any of you subscribe to Good Housekeeping magazine, do have a look at it, because they did their independent tests on Cell Return, and they had 10 of these masks that they gave to independent testers throughout the UK. And then they recorded their results, and they tested all the other LED masks, the main ones on the market, and this one came out far and away the top. I mean, like streets ahead. So this is the one that I have here. I have it in my bedroom. It talks to you. This is the red mode. I think there's over 1,700 LED and near-infrared lights. That's what makes it different. It's the LED and near-infrared. Super powerful. I wear mine at night, every night, and it doesn't flicker. It's just doing that because of the camera. Red is for creating more collagen, making your skin younger, plumper, more youthful. Blue is for skin clearing, so that's for acne, pimple-prone skin. I've got younger members of my family who use it on blue mode. And then pink. So pink is really for inflammation. So that's for rosacea, psoriasis, eczema. Pink is really effective. If you want to have a look at some of the reports, there's a whole medical team on cellreturn.co.uk. And then the last setting is a fast mode. This is a 9-minute blitz. And if I've got, no time and I'm heading out and I just want to give my skin that plump glow, this is what I use. So anyway, that is well done to Lily and Cell Return team. I think you have just come through so much in the last year, and it's amazing and just so gratifying when things are independently tested by organisations like the Good Housekeeping Institute and you come out on top. So I'm sending you so much love, sweetheart, and congratulations. Very proud mama. So I am going to be back, as I say, live on Wednesday talking about hair care. So if you've got comments or questions about hair care, please pop them on Facebook. You can pop them on YouTube. You can pop them here on Instagram as well. And then my team will pick them up and we'll make sure that we cover those. The trousers, the waterproof trousers. Yeah, Akai. I'm not sure how you pronounce that brand. Really lovely brand, British brand. I used the ones that were slightly fleecy lined because it was quite chilly. I was up in Scotland. I've been visiting Kit. So I'm not sure what they were called, but they were fleecy on the inside. Thanks, Trisha. Nice to see you. Sorry, Pen, got to go now. Got work to do. Yeah, Jenny used to be at Lizelle Beauty. That's how we met. I don't know about the instalment plan for Cell Return. Do ask Lily. It's, you're missing the mask. I know, I miss it too. When I travel, which I am now able to do, thankfully, I take it with me. I take it up and down to London. It's always with me. All sorts of issues. I agree with you. I agree. Anyway, thank you, my lovelies. Really nice to see you. And I'll see you here, hopefully, live again on Wednesday or later on Catch Up. Don't forget, you can always get it on YouTube on Catch Up. Thanks for all your comments. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.